Nukelanta, and I hosted a Nukelanta Junkyard Festival. So I'm all up in the post-apocalyptic space. My big thing now is Cyberpunk, so kind of do a lot of that. And here at Conpossible, they are kind to all punk genres. So.
That's right. There's Mr. Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's right up in there. He's hacking the main data frame right now, all up in there.
I think he's brain dancing.
Yeah.
Brain dancing.
He's bringing. We need to get a photo of him later and add the new Apple eyes on him.
Oh God.
That's
right.
And he's like, I'm looking at a lot of fan fiction hentai right now, and I'm at this panel and nobody knows. So,
Right.
I mean, I would do that. So I like to get down in the con space, the LARP space, the weird, anything where people get down in costume, have a good time. I like to go to the club. I like to go to some of the theme parties, and I get to more times I can wear a costume, because I always think when you're partying, if you're in a costume, it's a little more fun.
Oh.
So
They said that in New Orleans last week.
did they?
Yes.
Good. Well, I can I can
And I
back that
really
up.
talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you were here to confirm. So here's some stats on TikTok. I have 56,000 followers, and on Facebook I have 57,000 followers. And then on the other things, I'm getting there. So I wish that one here lesson is once you start posting regularly, just post on everything. Twitter,
That's right.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah.
Just it takes a little extra time, and some of them you can post in one, like you can post to Instagram and they can automatically go to your Facebook. So you're cutting out one, and then they have paid programs where they will post for you. You'll post to one. You can post to all of them at the same time. It doesn't work as seamless as you like, but it's called like Hootsuite. So those are cool. A lot of businesses will more so do that. It's more like a professional plan thing where it costs a lot. But so I hosted LARP. I hosted events in LARP for like 14 years, and in the heyday of my LARP, I was making some good money. I'd be in my cabin. I had like $4,000 cash, and it was cool. And then I'd give a bunch to the venue. We'd have a good time. Hello.
Yes.
Number one panel attendee last night.
Wow.
But any event or anything, it's hard to run for a long time, that many years. So I hosted it through COVID. I kept having little small outdoor camping events and stuff like that. And it was hard to sustain it that long. And so I started getting from like my 150 people events, where I'd have thousands of dollars profit, and we could buy wacky stuff with it. And then I got down to like 30 people at an event, and I would make like $100 for the weekend. And it would take a lot of planning the month before. And my content creation started getting much more popular.
Ooh.
And so I was like, I really need to not host events anymore, and I need to focus on the content creation. So I did that. So I gave my event away to my right-hand man, and they rebranded it. And my event was called Nukelanta. I already had so much steam online from Nukelanta, so I just kept the name, and then they rebranded it. But here's some cool stats from as soon as I gave the event away. So my very first time actually trying to double down and make some money and like do stuff, I had 3,000 followers on Facebook in like June of last year, and I was like, all right, let me actually try to post and make some money, because I was monetized then, but I would only get like $5 a month or $10 a month, so it just didn't seem worth it at all. So I started posting regularly, and eventually some stuff hit, some memes and videos and stuff. So I got like, in a month or two, I got like 9,000 or 10,000 more followers after having 3,000 for like 8 years. So it was cool to double down on that and stay regular posting and getting some good stuff, and not just posting about the LARP, or I was actually posting just a lot of nerd culture stuff that I like. Yes.
Was there like a particular bellwether thing? Like, I was sort of trucking along, it was going up, and then I posted about beer brewed in Chernobyl, and everyone just rushed in.
Yeah. The two big memes I can think of was I posted the post-apocalyptic meme from a comic, and it was the guy's like, I miss the internet, and then he made a comic for him, and it's like, I don't miss the internet, I miss the memes, and it was like a hand-drawn thing. He made a meme for him, and he's like, oh, thanks, buddy. And so that went mega viral, and it wasn't new. I'd seen it before on Facebook, but it was new to whoever showed it to. So that was a big one that got me going. And then there's a Jason Momoa picture from a comic convention where he signs over the girl's husband's face, and he's like holding the dude's wife in his arms and then like pushing the other dude away. And it was like their plan to make that, and it was very funny. And so I posted that one, and it got like 500,000 likes or something.
Wow.
So that got me going, and then so I made, in that first little bit, I made like $1,200, and I was like, this is awesome, this is on Facebook, and it was just posting stuff I'd normally like and share anyway, so it was cool to make some good money on it. And then
Was this a business?
it's like a
or was this
professional,
personal? This was a professional.
it's a professional like page you can like and not,
Right.
but you can, if you want to monetize your personal Facebook, you just have to
No, I don't.
switch it. So
you're posting the stuff you usually post on Facebook to a Facebook page,
yeah,
and that made you money?
yeah. So like a lot of people will have like a TikTok and a YouTube, or a YouTube and a Twitter or an Instagram. Facebook is like where the money's at right now. Like, 'cause they're getting over like they were like Facebook's just for grandparents, and they're trying to like get the power back from TikTok and YouTube. Go ahead.
Like you referenced it later on or last night. Can you say exactly how much you're making a month?
Yes, yeah. So right now I'm making $100 a day on Facebook.
Oh my God.
So-
That's better than minimum
How does
wage.
that work? That work? Do people pay that?
So how it works is when you post. So first you got to get invited to the bonuses program.
Oh,
There's like a
Bonuses
million.
program.
So there's like a million like YouTube videos you can be like, how do I get into the Facebook bonus program? So usually you gotta have like I got in with 3,000 followers like a year and a half ago. And so I think it's like 5,000 or something now. Anyway, you look up how to get in there, and then you meet the requirements. And so all they want you to do is put your own spin on anything you post. It can all be rebranded.
Mhm.
I make, for a while, like I'm big on TikTok too, I would make 3 videos a day that's me in the video. And so like I was doing that on TikTok for a long time. So, but you don't have to make your own video with your own stuff in it. You can just rebrand stuff. You just save it, and then you like put a funny caption on it. And then it helps to have your watermark on it too, because they're like, Facebook will be like, their Facebook bots will be like, okay, we can see he changed it and it's got his watermark. So same as your page. So you do that, and then, or if I download like a video game clip of someone playing a video game, I'll talk about the clip in my own audio. I'll add it in a video editor, and I'll be like, that's cool, these aliens are going down. Ha ha ha. And that's like good enough for Facebook. So I post, my formula I use is I post a meme that I make. So I'll take like some meme I like that I think is funny, I found on Facebook or Reddit, and then I will cut the caption off and I'll add my own caption.
Oh.
So I'm a funny person by nature, so a lot of times I can just think of something I think would be funny and different than the original. But a trick is you go into the comments to like a viral meme, and you get the most liked comment, and you add that as the caption.
Oh.
And then people will identify with that. That'll be funny right off the rip when they write it. So I'll usually like add a caption. I'll put my own meme title in there with the meme box that appears above it. And then when I post it, instead of adding a bunch of hashtags, I'll write a different funny thing about it. So they kind of go together, or it'll be like, that was the top comment, and then that was the second top comment. And then it'll be funny. So then I'll post that. So the memes just hold over, it's like filler for the videos. So the meme pictures hardly go viral and make a lot of money, but the videos go mega viral. So I post one picture and then the next one is a video. I post a picture and then a video. And I'll just do that for like 30 minutes a day, an hour a day.
Wow.
And so then they'll go viral. It's very easy. Like I have like these samurais chopping tatami mats. And then everyone is arguing about how he's doing it wrong. Or so they get in there and start arguing, and it has like 10 million views. And I'll be like, here's a cool Nerf mod. Someone shooting a gun or a blaster, and then that will go really viral too. People like, I just take stuff I like from whatever video games I played or things I'm into and post it, and then people start arguing in the comments or so it'll go viral. And a lot of the video game clips, if someone's doing something funny, like I posted this Last of Us clip where someone was laying on this old couch on like inside a building and throwing Molotov cocktails and using it as like their thing, and that went really viral. And so typically every million views you can get like $40. And so you post like 8 videos a day, some of those are going to go viral to 1 million, and it doesn't just go for that 1 month. They might still make money the next month, and then it's not immediately like every video is going to go viral, but stuff I posted a few months ago will kick off all of a sudden. Like I posted this like Harry Potter dance battle in a gymnasium, and that didn't do super well, but it's up to like 1 million a month later, where it was just at 5,000 before views. So what you get, it'll tell you like your reach. So you get the reach up, and then you can make more money per view. So like when I first started, when I really was like, I need to get this going, I had like maybe a 500,000 reach when I would post, and now I have like an 84 million reach.
Wow.
And so you'll lose your reach if you go on vacation and don't post. You'll go down.
Yeah.
So you have to like post consistently, and most of the apps have a way that you can post, you can schedule your posts out. So instead of posting it all, dumping it all one day, if you're gonna go on vacation, you can schedule just a little bit, just to keep everyone kind of happy. And then you can also add admins to your page that they can't control the page's money or delete the page, but they can like post for you. So you can get your buddy, like I have my, one of my best friends, Josh, he's an admin on my Nukelanta page. He was trying to make some more money for like getting a Steam Deck. And I was like, if you want to post videos on my page, I'll just give you the money you make. So he's going to start doing that. And so why build his brand? Because sometimes it's hard to start a whole new page up and get, it might take a year to get there. And then, so he can just help me out there. But sometimes people will all team up and they'll post, different theme pages. And typically you want to stay in your niche. So what's really weird is like my stuff on TikTok does really well about firefighting. I'm a firefighter.
Oh.
But my video game stuff doesn't do well there. My firefighting doesn't do well on my Facebook, so I post all my nerdy stuff on there. And then I was treating my Instagram too much of just like a personal account. And I wasn't posting the same viral stuff from the video games on there. So I just started doing that like this month. So I got like 600 followers all of a sudden after taking years to get to 3,000. So you just post what people will respond to, and then you do it often, and the videos will make you go viral. So Facebook's where it's at right now. There's tons of money to be made, and probably next month I'll be on track to make 3,500, and then next month maybe 4,000. So at the fire department I make like $4,500 after all my pension, and so when I'm getting into like doubling my take-home money, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So just whatever you like, and it's easier than making all your custom content. Because at TikTok, they pay me 80 cents for every 1,000 views over my first 1,000 views. So if I get a video that gets like 1 million views, it's gonna pay me like $800. So that's a lot of money, but I have to actually like work hard to make a funny skit. I can't just lay in my underwear on my couch and download videos and recaption them and then post them. it's a lot easier to just do that. But I do both. So, like at the fire department, I had to work so hard. I made this funny skit, like using a trend where I tell people I'm a fire lieutenant, and then I start talking. It's basically like I'm like Homer Simpson or, insert dumb employee leader, and it's just all the wrong things to do. It took me, I had to film like 20 different bits of that. They were all like 2 or 3 seconds long, and I have to have the video be a minute long or more to make money on it. So it took me forever, and I only made $80 on that video. So it's like you have to really go with like, whether it's me, I had a good time at the LARP I was hosting, but it wasn't making the money. So, and it just depends on your priorities. So I don't want to post on TikTok as much because I have to put a lot of effort into it. So I do things that are lower effort now. I'll drive down the road and have an idea, and then I'll start talking on a subject. But I have a passion for like firefighting. I know a lot about it, and I'm a big advocate for firefighter, public safety, mental health. So I can speak on these subjects off the rip real easy. So I'll have something in my heart at the time, and I'll just want to talk about it. Then that might go viral because it's just people identify with that, and that's my crowd, the fire department. So then once you start getting more steam, you can get fun brands want to work with you. And I have this new cool thing where this travel company reached out to me, and they want to get me to make some videos to invite my followers to go on a vacation. So they'll all pay like, $2,000 to go on a vacation, and I'm like the person that they all know. And so my vacation's paid for, and then we have like a guide that like, say we go to like a state park, they're going to guide everybody through all the activities of the whole week. And all the food's already planned out, where we're gonna eat, and it's all included for their $2,000 or whatever we go with. And then I get paid $6,000 to just be the host. So the company makes money, I make money, and then my followers get to have a fun experience with me. So you get like fun little opportunities the bigger you get. And like I get all these weird like Chinese products like air fryers, or I got this cool gas monitor that was cool, generally cool for the fire department. And so, but you have to be careful because people don't want it to always be like Home Shopping Network. They like it for your skits and for your like rants or whatever else. They don't want you to constantly be trying to sell them a product. But some people do. We have a firefighter that he streams and he sells products. And it's like Home Shopping Network, but I'm selling Lego sets and other stuff like that. So he was showing me he's making, thousands of dollars a week on that, and it's cool. It's predicted in like 2027 to be a $500 billion industry for the creator space. So it's insane the amount of money you can make now. For Snapchat, this is a pretty easy one. I'm working to get toward it, but you have to have 1,000 followers, and then you post 15 times a day. All you have to do is put your video you're already making, you put a Snapchat filter on it, like a cat holding the camera, or you change the color, or you just add the Snapchat caption, and then they'll select creators to make $1,000 a month just for posting 15 times a month. And it doesn't even have to be a certain length. It's just like a 3-second video. And so you do the same videos you're already posting on your Facebook, and you move them over there. So once you get making money on YouTube and other stuff, if it's like a niche that they can advertise to where people have money, like people in the mental health space or the workout, self-improvement space, these like grown men with money, grown women with money. Because when you're like, these kids are watching these Minecraft videos, they don't have any money. So it's like 9-year-olds watching stuff. They might beg their parents, for V-Bucks on Fortnite and stuff, but it's not a huge brand to advertise to. So like, that's one of the lowest paid money per video is on, for the video game space. So, but for Facebook, it does well for me. I don't know when I get you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and then like 600 or a bunch of 4,000 or 6,000 watch hours within a few months on YouTube to get monetized, and so I'm trying to get there, but it doesn't. Facebook's so easy because they're not picky about what you post. You post anything with any music from anywhere, just about on YouTube, it'll copyright claim it, where Facebook just does not care, and Snapchat doesn't care either. Twitter doesn't care.
Is that why the dude who created Facebook keeps getting rolled in front of the Congress? Because they don't care.
Bro, they don't care. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. And then like on Twitter, you can make money now too. That got unrolled last year. You have to be verified, so you pay your $22 a month. You have to have like in 3 months like 5 million impressions on your post, or like if Elon Musk like makes a post, you go and comment and make fun of him, and everybody likes it. That's all like, or that adds to it. So that's what a lot of people do to get to where they get that in, is they follow the top like 20 Twitter people, and then they just make fun of them every time they post. And then if they can get it in the first 5 minutes of the post, they're the top comment already. People are looking at it. So that's kind of how it works. And for people that do news and other stuff, it's like, or if like there's video game news that pops off, like there was X-Men 97 just got announced, where it's like the classic animated series from the 90s. It drops like March 24th or something they're continuing it, adding on it. So that's hot news in the nerd world. So when that dropped, I started like taking the pictures and making memes out of them. And like Jean Grey's pregnant in one of them. And they're all like wearing like basketball clothes. And I was like, who got Jean Grey preggers? And I was like, my money's on Bishop. And he's in the back. And so then everyone starts arguing. And
it was Morph.
It was Morph, yeah.
What does it look like?
Oh boy.
And that means that Scotty doesn't know me.
Yeah. So going with the morph and the current, the current juiciness. So Nightcrawler. So Mystique, she shapeshifts like Morph. She was shapeshifted as a man and sexed a woman, and that's how I think Nightcrawler, and that's canon now. That's how he was born. And it's not that she yeah. Okay. Yeah. So all kinds of juiciness in the Marvel sphere.
From a science standpoint, that's interesting. So the shape shifting actually creates.
The shape-shifting actually means that she became a man.
Yeah, fully a man, like 100%.
Well,
We had this discussion at my house.
Yeah.
At the very least, she picked up an SRY.
Yeah. Yeah. So on Instagram, you can make money on there. It's very hard. You have to get invited to the Reels program, and they'll add ads to your Reels. So, and a Reel's just like a TikTok or whatever. It's a short video. But I've been trucking with that a long time. I'm verified on there. I pay like, $14 a month to have a blue check mark on there. But what's nice about the blue check mark is it gives you customer service. You can't have customer service on Facebook or Instagram without it. So different times I've gotten demonetized on my Facebook since it's Meta, they're both connected. I'll complain on Instagram about it, and then they'll actually fix it on Facebook. And you can't get verified unless it's a personal profile. So if you have a business, like I have the Nukelanta Fund creator page, I can't get that verified yet, but they're working on it. So, and then some other cool stuff people do is they'll go to like teespring.com, they'll make their shirts on there, and you don't have to like have physical shirts. They print them on demand. So that's an easy merch thing. And you can add it on your TikTok creator shop so people can buy your t-shirt right there off TikTok. That's rolling out soon. I'm on the waiting list. And then on YouTube, if you have 1,000 subscribers, you can add your Teespring store to your videos or to your profile instead of them having to go down many links, because they have to like go to my bio, click the link tree, and then scroll and find my merch store and then buy something. So, and you have to think of like what are your goals as a creator? Do you want to make money? Like I used to play fighting games competitively back like 14 years ago, 15 years ago, and people weren't making money on YouTube back then. And so I would just set up my tripod and film me playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And and I would just like roll through people, and I'd have a weird team, and I just upload it on YouTube, and it would get tons of views, and nobody was making money on it. I didn't think a lot about it, and then I got really hardcore into LARPing, and I was like, people are gonna love this. This is so cool. I got called the LARPer at the fire department. This gentleman back here told me, do not invite anybody. Don't tell anyone you do this shit. And he's like, it's not going to go well for you here, I'm telling you. And I did not, I actually didn't get promoted for a long time, they said, because I'm too immature and I do kid shit. Wearing costumes. So, like, you have to think of, like, what's publicly going to make you money if you're trying to do that and grow, because LARPing is one of the, like, bastard stepchilds of the nerd community. Even the nerds don't really like it, and they make fun of them, just like, unfortunately, the furry community gets the butt of the jokes a lot of times, and that's their whole crew and their passion, and they're great artisans, but they don't get the love from the nerd community, and you know,
They get no respect.
They get no respect. You know, we're all outcasts. We got to be good to each other. So I think it's jacked up, but like, but I love to wear costumes. I love to go to LARP and other stuff. So like, when I come to like conventions, and I start making creator content for that, if I do like a convention or a DragonCon tour, or I'm like, here's my progress in my new costume, that shit bombs so hard online because it's just not as popular as firefighting or video games. So you have to kind of like, you do what you want for yourself, that's fun. Like, it might not make me money being at a convention, but that makes me happy. And you know, money and happiness are a good balance. So I spend a lot of my time having fun. Like, my whole calendar is just like, what LARP and what convention or what Burning Man event am I going to all year, or what festival? Because those are the things that I really look forward to. But not necessarily is that going to help me in my content creator journey. So pick a niche that you're good at, you're very knowledgeable about, but also think this could make money. Because there's very few costume creators that actually make some bank on it, because it's just like, it's the bastard stepchild of society is wearing a costume. How dare you wear a costume in public? And so you can do it, you know, like Kasumi Cosplay and Mala Cosplay, they have really big channels. They do that full time. It's awesome, but that's just harder than making it conventionally. So I'm sad our sleeping guy left.
He woke up.
He woke up. He said, I got to go.
You know, LARPers got some good press with Hawkeye.
Yes.
They showed them in a very positive light.
They did.
Come on. Costumes?
It's fun. And I do like that, like, where it's turning from the nerd space of being, like, more socially accepted. And you're not being beat up at recess because you like, you know, D&D. It's a lot more accepted. So that's nice that the movies, like Role Models and Hawkeye and like people like that actually looks pretty fun.
Knights of Badassdom.
Yeah, Knights of Badass, a whole large movie. I mean, it's awesome. So those things, those media really do grow and make it where it's more fun and the numbers are up. So I do like that a lot. And I will say, like, I mainly talk about making money on this. We'll switch to like promoting your events and your other stuff if you like want to have, like, you know, say conpossible's Instagram and stuff like that. Like, you want to get more people to your event. So I did really good with having the Facebook and Instagram for my Nukelanta LARP and my Facebook group. And from like LARP standards, I remember my very first event I made, I had 100 people in the Facebook group, and I was so excited. I was like, this is awesome. And we'd have like 20 people events. And in my Nukelanta Facebook group, when we were doing like LARP, I had like 2,000 people in there. And that's big for like LARP. A lot of times there were like 200 or 300 people. And so it was cool, but I did so much like documentation of the events. I would take a photo of everybody that was there. At least one person had a photo that they could be like, cool, thank you. I remember I didn't get a chance to take my photo. So I do a lot of photography at the event. And I would always post the event photos, and I would talk to everybody, and there's just an active community. And when I would go to conventions and I'd be wearing my post-apocalyptic Fallout stuff, people would start telling me about my own event. They would be like, "Oh man, you look great. You would love Fallout Nukelanta. You have to go." And I'd be like, hold on. Let me get my camera. Can you tell me that one more time?" I started making montage of people telling me about my event. But that was because it had such a big online presence. And when you would type in like Fallout LARP, my event always came up. And I would, put in the whatever group or page, it would have like, you can put like 5 hashtags. So putting the right hashtags toward what you think people would Google, that would work. And that's how a lot of people found me. Because people are like, I like LARPing, and I wonder if there's a Fallout LARP. And if you are going to make like an event, it's cool to not try to make as much independent stuff. Like, if you can get sort of brand people love, like Skyrim or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or Steampunk, people already want to do something doing that. So you're not making this completely different, weird thing that doesn't identify with a previous brand. And you can come off of their steam because people want to do things with other people that like that. So that helps it grow a lot. Do we have any fun audience questions here? Go ahead.
It's sort of a two-part question, and that's a terrible thing for one of these things.
Oh boy.
The first part is there any advertiser / sponsor? No. Has there ever been an advertiser / sponsor that you're like, no, I don't want to do that? And if there is, what was it?
Yeah, so people get my emails online. That's how they can contact me. So they email me all the time, and at least a quarter of the time it's a scam. They want to like buy my Facebook page, and you go through it, and they'll say they represent a company. What I do is I always will call or email the company. I'll be like, "Do y'all even buy Facebook pages?" And they're like, "No, we make 3D prints or whatever." So I do get a lot of mail about stuff, and people will send you the same copy paste of their product, and it's a good business model for these companies because like they don't have to pay you anything, so they want you to put your product on your TikTok or whatever, and then you get paid a commission like $2 every drone you sell, but like you get no money for it, and they get more free creator content videos. But I had to do nothing except send you one of the products that's worth $30 or whatever. So now what I do, because for a while I have a lot of drone videos online because my kids like drones. So anytime someone wanted to give me a drone, I'd take it, and I just do a little like they don't give a shit. You can do the dumbest video, long as it meets their 1 minute criteria. You have it up on your store and you leave it there for whatever. Like that's cool. And I got some pool products to go around my little pool, and that was cool. If my kids like it, I'll do it, or if I think it's cool. But some of the dumb stuff, people are advertising me like cock ring, vibrating cock ring, and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you know, I have like a public safety firefighter brand. I can't put sex toys on there.
This one is guaranteed to be easily removable by paramedics.
Yeah, it has a plan.
It
Yeah.
can actually segue nicely, technically, in the safety aspect of it. It would be all instructional on how to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a paramedic. I think he might be Canadian. I'm not sure, but his entire riff is please have a flared base
Yes.
on the thing you're about to shove up your ass because I'm tired of coming to your house.
Yes.
Oh my God, I think I
And he
just
does
saw
repeated
this.
videos about various. Oh no.
Yeah, his whole thing is he'll stitch the video of someone with like a phallic object, and then he'll be like, I know what you're thinking. No. And that's his whole thing. And that's what you do. You double down on your niche. Don't try to recreate it and be like, now I'm going to show my kids playing outside and how they're doing bad. No, your thing is dick objects, and don't put them in your butt from an expert.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a very funny thing,
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
Wasn't durable.
Yeah, I can honestly say, as we say it in the profession, we don't believe that you accidentally slipped and fell on it. Don't believe that.
Yeah,
It doesn't happen.
it doesn't.
No.
No.
So much so that if I did slip and fall and impale myself in that most sensitive areas through my clothing, I would come up with some other story.
Mm-hmm. It'd be more plausible.
Yeah.
Like legit, there might even be video of me like changing, like funk. Yeah. a portal opened up and acolytes of Lord Cthulhu crammed this in a place the sun doesn't shine.
More plausible.
Right.
Right there, you're building your brand. You pick the subject. You're mapping it out. You got a plan, man. Just run with it.
Actually, this actually brings me up an interesting question I had for you, Steve, and it segues directly for that. Because even if you had a video of you falling on it, I'd assume it was just AI generated with a deepfake technology.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, no.
have you been playing around with any of that stuff?
Yeah, I love playing with AI. I bought Midjourney subscription for a while. It was just fun making stuff. Me and my son were trying to make a card game, so we would, to make it look like a card, we would put like tarot in the thing, and it would make it like a cool playing card. And so we had wrote, my kids all make like tabletop games all the time. So me and my middle son collaborated on a rule set to make like a card game. So it was cool to get all the art for, we're like, okay, we want a gargoyle. So then we put in the gargoyle, and we're like, this is so easy. We want 4 different pieces of art for every card. So I think it's fun. And what a lot of people do is they will take the AI art and then they'll get an AI voice. Well, they'll put it, okay, so they make the AI art and then they put it in ChatGPT to write a story about the broccoli warriors or whatever. And then they get an AI voice to read it, and they put it all to a 1-minute video, and they're neat. Like one of my kids' favorite things to do when we're on a road trip, they like will write. They'll get ChatGPT to write AI stories in the car about like the the hamburger warrior rebelling against the fry cook chef, and like then they'll put it in Google Translate and make it read it over the radio to everybody, and they just, whoever's making everybody laugh the hardest wins. And then what's cool is ChatGPT remembers your stories, so then their characters can interact with each other, and it'll do like write a story about how the broccoli warrior met the beefy hamburger rebel and how they went on an adventure, and then at the end one of them backstabbed the other one. And so like it's cool, they can write their stories and then the characters can interact and they'll remember them. So it's a lot of fun. I think that stuff has a lot of potential. And they just had a big reveal like 2 days ago that the AI video is going a lot better. So, and some people will take like Reddit stories and they copy and paste them into the AI reading it. And they'll put it over Minecraft parkour footage.
I've seen those, yeah.
And it's like, damn, that guy's wife cheated on him so bad. That was so juicy. So like, there's so many options if you don't want to use your face.
The worst thing about that man is that he will stop in the middle of the story when the time runs out. There will never be a part 2.
No.
He will suck you in for 2 minutes and then leave you hanging.
Yeah, so much so that I go back through, listen, type some of the important things in and hope that I can find it on Reddit. Because I want to know what happened with that avocado.
Yeah. I need
Well,
to
it
know.
did have a flared base.
It did, yeah. Yeah, the pit kept it from going in all the way.
It must have been
So
a very
just-
ripe avocado.
Yeah, it's very right. One thing that helped me a lot at my job professionally, and they're so nice, they let me make, videos at the fire department. I don't have to cover stuff up. I usually just do it around the station, but it's been a positive thing. And what's cool is like, if you can become like a regular poster and you're a subject matter expert or whatever, you'll find people in your same job profession that like really enjoy your content. So like, they'll interact with you on the regular, you can chat, and like you honestly help their day. You help their mental health. They have something to look forward to, and it creates some kind of more bonding with their peers that they can all watch your videos together. So I help my department with the hiring. So I'll make, anytime they hire, I will make a video, and I'll just be in my, I'll stand next to the fire truck and I'll be like, hey guys, we're hiring all year, we're paying this much for this much for this. Send me a message if you have any questions, I'll schedule a call and I'll answer them all at one time. So I talk with firefighters every day, and those videos always go viral. And we had 3 people from California, the last rookie school, move from California to Clayton County, Georgia to come work at our fire department. And so the normal reach of a fire department is very small. They don't get outside of their county a lot. They go to the local job fairs. They might advertise on local TV or theater and the high schools. But other than that, people don't really know a ton about who's hiring. But there's a lot of people that pay a lot less than Georgia. So like people want to come from South Carolina, even from some of the northern states, which is shocking. We've had people come from Jersey and New York wanting to work here. So the online reach is massive. Like I said, I had an 84 million reach when I posted on Facebook. Like I had a post of my son cooking pancakes and it got like 30,000 views and like no one really liked it because it's not what they're here for normally. They want the video game content, but they have to have that sometimes. So it's just funny that the reach once it gets there can go. So the fire department goes hard for me and I get to call people a lot and I answer other questions and things are a lot better where I work than other places. They like the culture and they can see from the funny videos and the fun we have and the training that I film and then like the food I cook and talk about. They're like, you guys have a cool fire department. It's not like that in mine. You guys have a good culture. So it's cool to do that, and that's helped me a lot with my career. I'm very well liked there. The young people that come in to see my TikTok, they really like to meet me for the first time, and they look up to me because in young person world, having followers is very important. You have instant clout with them that you're like a YouTuber or whatever. So it helps that's established me a lot. And I think that keeps me young a lot too because I'm keeping up with the younger technology and the younger trends and way of speaking and stuff, and that helps me. They're like, you're cool, you're old, but like, I'll fuck with you, LT, that's cool. So it's helped me a lot. It's been and then for my children, they think it's so cool. I don't have enough clout because I'm not big on YouTube. I only have like 700 subscribers. That's the ultimate for kids is YouTube. But they like that I am like big online, and like my oldest son and me went to see Dungeons and Dragons together, and we wore costumes.
Oh.
And I made like a short film about it. And while I was in line to get our tickets, 2 girls from high school wanted to take a photo with him, and like they were smiling, and he was like high-fiving them, and I was like, oh yeah, my son got the riz on the ladies over here. And it got millions of views, and so people from his high school all saw it. And they were like, oh, your dad's on TikTok, that's cool. And I remember like one of his close friends kind of just stopped talking with him, and it really hurt his feelings really bad. And he had no one to sit with at lunch, he just sat by himself. And some girls from TikTok were like, hey, we saw your video, we know your dad, come sit with us. So he had like instant like cred from like his dad being a TikToker and him being in there. And so and when I go on field trips with them, they always will start telling their friends, like, hey, my dad has this many subscribers. And they're like, nice. So it is cool in kid world. It takes you a long ways, and my kids think it's so cool. And like today at breakfast, they were like, we really need to make some skits, Dad. And so we were like bouncing off ideas, and they're like, no, Dad, your ideas are stupid. But it's just funny that like they have that way. And my son, he's 15, so we're about to start him on his social media establishment, so he can get his stuff going because it's very lucrative, and it helps your social proof. Like when I was dating, I had like such an active Instagram to where like I would always post the places I ate at. I would tag everywhere, like Old Navy. I made like a video of all the clothes I bought over the summer, and so Old Navy shared it. And I got like 1 million views and from that. And so that just helps you socially a lot. Like girls I went to high school all saw that video, and they saw like the hundreds of comments from women saying, oh yeah, you're hot or whatever. And so from dating, having that like, people see that you're a commodity and they like you, and that you're active, you're kayaking, you're having a good time at the fire department. That's instant social proof. They already trust you, and they're not as nervous to go on a date with you because you're such a public figure, and they see that like you're a cool person and people like you. It's not like you're this mystery person who's I don't do social media. That gets me in trouble. I don't have anything to show you. Like, so it helped me so much just with the dating clout of being a popular TikToker and stuff like that. So social media's been very good to me. I started really taking off during the pandemic, and there just wasn't nothing to do, so I started making skits and stuff, and that made it really easy. And one way to get started easy is there's all these like CapCut templates, and they're really easy to use, and it's just like a current trend, and you click it, you add your own niche and your own brand of comedy to it, and then you just add those, and those can go viral very easy. They take no effort to make. A lot of times you're just taking your old camera photos and putting them in. And like, I film 1 minute videos all the time because I can make money if it's a minute or long. Like the other day we were walking back with the fire truck. So I just filmed the 2 guys in front of me walking. I was like, I can talk for a minute over that about recruiting. So I do that, or I'll be cooking. I won't even talk to the camera, and I'll just film myself cooking, and then I can talk about it later. And so just having a bunch of spare footage, I can use all that in the future for if I want to, do more. But yeah, so it's been good. What's up?
So full disclosure, like I'm somewhat of a plant. Very, very good friends with Steve. But one of the things like I'm learning listening to you is that it sounds like you've got 2 aspects to your social media. There's what brings you pleasure that you really enjoy, that's your hobbies, and then there's almost like what you're passionate about. And these 2 things don't necessarily exist in the exact same space. And what I mean by that is like your fire service seems to be what you're passionate about and things like that because like it's an important aspect. And you make a lot of money from that. Do you think you make money from that because it's earnest as well? Like while you might be having fun here at the con, like we're nerding down, we're gonna drink some brews, we're gonna have some fun, hang out with our people, and that's cool. But then you've also got the fact that you're like earnest and honest about this over here, and that's why it's also like working for you on both fronts.
Yeah, people want to see the genuine passion, and I think that's why. And a lot of times, like these pages that post video games and stuff, they're like faceless. So like every time I get 1,000 subscribers, I post a picture of myself and I make fun of the audience. And like I posted this like Viking helmet I had at this LARP village, and I was like, "Thanks for 56,000 followers. I found this helmet at your mom's house." And like they get to see more of my humor, and they get to know me more, and they get to see my passion in life. And then like I'm a very happy person. I like being a dad. I like being a firefighter. And even though that might be a thing, it has helped a lot because I am passionate about my career and things like that. Definitely, because you can't just talk on length about stuff you don't know about. So being a lifelong nerd and being a very, very serious firefighter, I love those subjects. I can talk about them all. So it helps when you can walk it like you talk it, as the cool guys say. Yeah. Well, hell yeah. Well, you guys are great. Thanks for.
We're great people.
You're just great people. The energy was good. The questions were great, and I had a good time with the pre-party, with the Twitter talk, sleeping guy. So thank y'all for coming out. It means a lot to me, and we're here for the after party too. So we're getting down. We might get some tea real quick.